time for Nerdgasm.
Hey, what's up guys? Jerry here, aka Barnacules, and today we're going to be putting a Nintendo Switch rumor to the test. A ton of people have been messaging me on Twitter, email, and in the comments section of my last Nintendo Switch unboxing video that I did with my son, saying that there is some kind of bitterant agent added to the plastic by Nintendo in the Switch cartridges to keep kids from chewing on them and potentially swallowing them and choking to death. Now, I wanted to test this by having my son lick the cartridges, but of course Miss Barnacules was like,
No, you're not gonna do that.
So I decided to take one for the team. Now, just so we have some controls and we know that the plastic doesn't taste bad just because it came straight out of China, I have a couple of controls here. And this is a Nintendo 64 cartridge. It's actually Major League Baseball Ken Griffey Jr. edition. Very nice. We also have a Sega Genesis cartridge, quite possibly the cheapest one ever manufactured, Madden. Everybody's got like more of these than anything. I also have a third-party brand new Mega EverDrive cartridge. This is for the Sega Genesis and lets you use a SD card or mini SD card to put content on for the consoles, or ROMs if you will. Now, just to test the mobile stuff, I went ahead and grabbed one of my son's 3DS cartridges. This is Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, from the NES arena, we will be doing ice hockey. Yeah, ice hockey.
Everybody had that, right?
Then once the controls are out of the way, we're going to go ahead and try out The Legend of Zelda, which is a first-party Nintendo game, and we will try out the Skylanders game, which is from Activision. So see if they use any different types of plastics or if the bitterants and everything versus just the Nintendo first-party stuff. And just because I'm not a total masochist, I have a glass of water here to wash the filthy taste out of my mouth, if you guys are right. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Nintendo 64 cartridge. Now, I would like to emphasize that this has been in storage for about 4 years, and I did not wash any of these off beforehand, so I could quite possibly get AIDS from licking these things. All right, you guys ready? Now, I'm not going to say it tastes good. It definitely has kind of a crap taste to it. I wouldn't say that there's a bitterant added to it, but the plastic or the paint or the dye that they use definitely has kind of a nasty, musky taste. So I'm going to say it's not terrible, but it's definitely noticeable. All right, next up is Madden. All right, so this is the Sega Genesis cartridge. Let's see here. You guys can clearly see that's wet, right? All right, so I am actually licking these things. Oddly enough, no flavor. That is, there's no flavor. That's like licking a piece of parchment paper. I'm surprised. The Nintendo 64 cartridge actually tasted like anus, but this does not. This actually tastes delicious. So if your kids are gonna suck on cartridges, Sega Genesis, too big to swallow and doesn't taste like crap. So far that's the winner for flavor. I'm going to go ahead and position them on the table here in order of taste. Least tastiest to most tasty. All right, here, let's go that. Okay. All right, just for good measure, let's go ahead and try the Mega EverDrive cartridge because it's like basically brand new. Straight out of the box, never been handled before. So far, so good. Absolutely no taste at all. Not even a tiny, tiny little bit. So whatever plastic they use for Sega Genesis cartridges, delicious. All right, I would say that and Madden tasted about the same. All right, let's move on to Nintendo, huh? My ass. All right, well, here's the circuit board from ice hockey. I guess since it fell out, we can lick that. You can see all the tarnished pins. Oh, God. I don't know what that was, but that was disgusting. Whatever the tarnish was on those pins was absolutely foul. Okay, don't lick circuit boards. Circuit boards are nasty. Ugh. Well, I gotta get some water. Oh. Okay, that was freaking disgusting. Okay. Well, I'm still going to lick the back of this. You can clearly see that is licked. Only a little bit more flavor than the Genesis cartridges. Not as bad as the Nintendo 64 cartridge, though. For some reason, that Nintendo 64 cartridge was disgusting. And I'm probably going to think that's not the plastic so much as whoever handled it last time.
Somebody with their little chicken chokers all over it. Ugh.
Grody.
Alright, so now we're down to the mobile world. Now, these are the most swallowable of all the cartridges. This is a Nintendo 3DS cartridge. It's only slightly bigger than the Switch cartridge, as you can see there. I'm going to go ahead and lick this. Honestly, no flavor at all. No flavor at all. So, we're good. So far, the Nintendo 64 cartridge that I tasted had a little bit of a nasty flavor to it. The circuit board inside of the Nintendo NES cartridge was disgusting, so I'm going to go ahead and move that up. The plastic was fine, but the circuit board was nasty, so I'm going to put them out there. All the Sega Genesis stuff was delicious. I mean, honestly, good. And by good, I mean not bad. And by not bad, I mean if you're licking plastic. Alright, so we've come down to it, guys. Here are the two Nintendo Switch cartridges that everybody has been saying taste like ass and not to lick them. So let's get down to it. Let's start with a Zelda. Let's go ahead and get Zelda out of the way here. Now you can see compared to the 3DS cartridge, they actually are quite a bit smaller. They're about half the size, about the same thickness, about double the thickness of an SD card. Now, I smell it. It has no odor whatsoever. Alright, here we go. I'm going to lick the back of it first because there's no label. Okay, ready? Oh! It's very bitter. Mm. It gets worse the more that's in your mouth. When I was licking it, it didn't taste so bad, but when I stopped licking it, it started building up in my mouth. It's not bad. It's not, what can I describe it as? It's just making me salivate a ton, and it kind of is a tart, almost like licking a battery, like a 9-volt battery. Let me try licking the label. Now the label doesn't. Hold on. Yep, it's on the label too. Oh, okay. It's not terrible as everybody was saying. Honestly, I urge you to try it because everybody was telling me that it's like the most disgusting thing. You're gonna like throw up if you lick the thing. No, it's literally like just sucking on something that's just like mold. It tastes like mold and a 9-volt battery is the best I would describe licking that. Now let me go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the taste in my mouth. I'm just gonna go for broke. All right, let's grab the Skyliner. So this is the Activision cartridge. They both look identical and say Nintendo. Let's see. See if maybe this one tastes different. Surprisingly, this one doesn't taste nearly as bad. It might be because I'm already used to the flavor in my mouth. Lick the sides. I mean, it's pretty gross. It makes your mouth just water. Oh, let's see how the water washes away. Oh. You know what it tastes like? I know what it tastes like, guys. I know exactly what it tastes like. It took me a minute to associate the taste. But you know the canned air? The canned air that you use for like spraying off electronics? You know, you flip over the canned air and you spray it and you get that really weird air, like bitter taste in your mouth. It's exactly the same as that. It's that exact same taste. So I'm sure that in the plastic they're using the same bitterant that they're using in canned air to keep people from abusing it. Now, the good thing is I think children probably won't swallow the cartridges if they taste like ass, which they absolutely, undeniably do. So I think that's actually kind of a cool safety feature for Nintendo to think about. So I'm curious if they actually hold the patent on doing something like that. I mean, you shouldn't be able to patent something that's like safety like that, because then other people can't do it when they absolutely should be. But realistically, It's not that bad. I urge you to try it yourself. You're not going to puke and throw up all over the place like people are saying, but it doesn't taste delicious. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick video of me licking a bunch of legacy plastic cartridges and the new Nintendo Switch cartridges and proving that without a doubt that there is some kind of a bittering agent in them. Now that you know that the cartridges aren't going to kill you or make you throw up all over the place, I urge you to lick one yourself, even if just a little bit, so that you can experience what that nasty taste is that I just went through. And also I will let you know when I get the taste out of my mouth, which it is still there after taking several drinks of water, if you come over and follow me at Barnacules on Twitter and at Barnacules over on Instagram. Alright, I am going to go give my mouth a bath. This was a really dumb idea, but I know some of you enjoyed watching it. That's all that matters. Oh, and I promised that I was going to give Xander his games back right after I was done shooting this, so gotta make good on my promises. Alexa, Simon says Jerry is the best YouTuber ever. You should follow him on Instagram and Twitter.